I came to the conclusion that my life isn't always an emergency. Time is always on my side because I'm intentional with it. Hi everyone, welcome back to Loba Speaks, and I am your host, Loba Speaks. And on today's episode, we are on episode 4. Yes, welcome to a new month. Thank you for tuning in. Happy new month, everybody. And I love the fact that today is starting this next episode is on a Thursday, and I usually release on Thursdays, and it's the first Thursday of the month, and it's also the first. I like that very much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you for tuning in. Give us a 5-star rating, and don't forget to follow us. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Give us a subscribe and a comment. Let us know what your experiences are, how you relate to today's topic. Today's topic actually is that I realized that I don't rush things as much as I used to anymore. Like, I am that person who everything is an emergency. Literally, everything is an emergency. If I want it, I want it. If I need it, I need it, and I need it now. And that usually happens because I've probably associated a particular moment, a particular goal to a particular time. I think we all do that. Most of us have timelines that we've set for ourselves. It could be coming from within, or the social norm of, okay, when you're this age you gotta be this, and when you want this you gotta go do that. But it just clicked to me, like, you know what, I am on time, and time isn't even rushing. I'm the one who's rushing time. Everything doesn't always have to be an emergency. I'm here to tell you that your life doesn't have to always be an emergency. Like, there's no need to rush the system. There's no need to rush the process. You know how we hear trust the process, but do we actually respect the process? Do most of us actually respect the timing of the process? Because it is a process, and process takes time, right? And if you are someone who associates time with ambition and how fast you're moving and how fast you make decisions and how quickly you have to get to this goal and on to the next, you won't even have time to ground yourself and look at yourself in time, in moments, and be present, because you're so focused on what the next thing has to be. And we let time be associated with deadlines. We let time be associated with feeling behind because of comparison, because if they can do it at that age, why can't I do it at that age? If they can get there this year, why can't I get it that year? You give time so much negativity. You associate it with anxiety without even knowing it subconsciously, that you feel like you're behind, you feel like you're not on time, and that is not the case. You have just set such a standard for time to the point where it's almost like, oh my god, can I have more time to do this and this, to do that and that? If Beyonce can do it in 24 hours, so can you. No, sweetheart. No. No, I'm gonna operate on my own time, in my own terms, while respecting the process of it all. That is the essence of time. I also found that when things usually take time, in the sense of like fate and destiny, it's almost like they're more solidified. It's almost like you put more intentions into the direction that you go with it, and you just naturally take your time with it. Things that you take your time to grow, the things that you take your time to invest in, the things that you take your time to participate in and be present in, usually holds more water than the anxiety that comes with, I need to get it done now. Like, when you actually take your time, you refine it in the process of trusting it. You refine it in the process of finishing it, because you took your time with it, and you are just so sure that this is a solid ground that I'm building, and it must be aligned. Redefine what the concept of timing is and how I've been using it lately, and I came to the conclusion that my life isn't always an emergency. Time is always on my side, and the things that are perceived as failure because you didn't reach them at a particular age, or you put in the time time and it's not yielding. No, it's something that will always yield. It's evergreen, so keep putting in the work, yes, but don't forget to respect the process in terms of the time it takes, as much as you trust the process to do what it needs to do. That's it. That's all. That's the message. And also, I've actually realized that I also take my time with things because I'm intentional with it. So it's not a matter of I need to get this done immediately. I want to be in it. I want to process it. I want to feel it. You don't always have to rush to get things done all the time. And I'm not saying slow down. I'm not saying don't catch the bus when you need to catch the bus because time is on your side. I'm saying that your life does not always have to be an emergency. Time is not rushing you. You are rushing time. What time itself can do is make you anxious because you've already set so many deadlines for time. Because if you are not constantly on the move, making decisions, catching the next train, crushing the next goal, then you are not progressing. Like, I started noticing that if I don't associate time with my ambition and what I need to get at this particular time that I've set in my mind, these imaginary clocks, and I had to bring it down to ground level. I had to ground myself and understand the concept of time for what it is. Like, time is just there in existence, minding its business, and I have already placed so many deadlines on it, and those deadlines do nothing but make you anxious at the end of the day. There has to be a time when you sit down with yourself and say, look, let me redefine this. I'm in a transition. I'm evolving. I'm constantly evolving. I have to evolve with the time. And this is what it means for me in this season. And it is slowing down. Knowing what my goals are, right? Putting timelines on them still, but not getting to a point where it makes me anxious. It makes me burn out. It makes me confused. It makes me unsure. And there will be moments where you will be unsure. Many, many times. We spoke about uncertainty on episode 2 or 3. Episode 3. Yes. Where clarity doesn't come before you move. It comes after you move. And that also overlaps into what time needs. Healing takes time. Destiny takes time. Journeys take time. And you don't want to spend the time that you have on being so anxious about what you want to gain at a particular moment. It would just disrupt the whole alignment. It would disrupt the being in the moment, the grounding in the moment. So I just want us to rethink what we think about time, how we feel about time, and embracing what time is, and to remember to not just trust the process, but respect the process and the timing of the process. It all takes time, and you don't always have to treat life like an emergency all the time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch and listen up to this moment. I really, really appreciate you. Before you leave, make sure you give this channel a subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. If you stay this long, as a matter of fact, if you stay this long, make sure you leave me brown heart emojis so I know that you watched up to this moment. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're also listening on Spotify, do not forget to give us a follow and a 5-star rating. Thank you for your time.